Oh yeah. Ain't that how Jay Prince come on when he be talking? Oh yeah. Oh man. Y'all take y'all time out. Comment, share, like, subscribe. Cause we finna blow this thing all up. We're gonna talk about these three goddamn stooges. Alright. We got punk ass Dana. The hoe out in Tennessee. And we got Sherman Winbush. Now, between one of them three, somebody didn't filed a cyberbullying complaint. And shit, it's either all three, a combination of the three. You know, I really ain't the type to sit there and try to figure shit out. That ain't never how I was. Ain't never how I been born. Ain't never really been how I was raised. You know, I'm more the type to shoot the block up and let a motherfucker come look for me. Now, this hoe, you feel me? They get real fancy on these computers. What's going on, Miss Fat? Share this video out for me. You know, they done struck my first page and shit. You know, these motherfuckers go hide behind all these internet games and all of that. Now, all of these motherfuckers supposed to be people who so hip, so from the streets, you know, people who ain't got, you know, confirmed narcotics users and all that shit. People start playing internet games. So we got one person uh, who's a convicted fraud, motherfucker passing bad checks and shit. So we got one person who's a check forger. We got one bitch that's a crackhead, okay, or you know, that was pregnant and was using narcotics to hold out in Tennessee. Then we got another bitch who, you know what I'm saying, is a thief. Now you would think that Sharon Winbush, with all of that moxie, all that Alpha Robert shit, all that shit is sham. All right, all that shit is a sham. Hold on, can y'all hear me still? Can y'all still hear me? God damn. Fuck. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay. So you got all this shit going on, man. All these people are scam artists, man. Hey, you got Sharon Winbush, where she come out here, she talk all of this. Oh, I was there. I was in the house. No, you wasn't, bitch. You was over there in stores stealing. We pulled the files on Sharon Winbush earlier today. Okay. We pulled the files. All right. She got on these radio shows and talk all this heavyweight shit. Back during the time all this shit was going on, she was out there getting arrested for the scam she was pulling. All right. She was out there doing retail theft. Talk about that, Sharon Winbush, the cokehead. I ain't stepping off of none of this shit that I'm talking about. Cokehead, bitch. Out there getting hit with retail theft charges and all of that. You know? But these folks love running to the internet or whatever, casting aspersions. See, when I hit somebody, I just hit you, nigga. I don't have time to go in and start doing privacy strikes and complaints and all of that pussy ass shit. Because the reality of it is nigga, I love to smoke. I ain't ducking no smoke at all. I ain't got time for it. You feel me? I ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? We TTG, we always on go. Always on go. You feel me? But listen, you got one person over here that's scamming. People love to accuse you of what they guilty of. Folks love to accuse you of what they guilty of. Now, let us not forget what Tasha K said about this crazy old bat, Sharon Wimbush. Let me go find the files, because y'all know I got them. Y'all know I got them. Hold on.
The strategist that's very close with R. Kelly, Sharon Wimbush, she shared some information with me about this.
You spoke with Sharon?
Hello?
You spoke with Sharon?
Yes.
She said she a strategist? Tell that whole line. She was a chef for a few months in R. Kelly's mansion, who has been running around here telling that same story and been making up shit as she goes. Sharon is not a strategist. She's a cook. She was a cook back in the 1990s.
Okay.
And she still used that same picture that she did from that one interview. It's some weird people. You got to be careful with these folks. They're going to take you down a wormhole. Don't go. But go ahead. I can't believe sharing a line like that. Strategy. Go ahead.
That's all I have. So moving on from this federal informant. What's your
Now I find it mighty odd. And again, man, y'all like this, go share this out, subscribe, because they done struck my other page. But I find it mighty odd that, listen, I live in St. Louis. Tasha K live in Atlanta, at least to my understanding. I've never met Tasha K. I'm pretty sure she don't even know who I am for the most part. She may know, but I doubt that she knows who I am. How is it that two people in geographically different locations come to the same conclusions? And then you got this other hoe out in Tennessee that, what I'm saying, this raggedy, funky ass bitch love throwing stones and hiding her motherfucking head. Now, it's going to be crazy when I drive down there to Tennessee and smack the shit out this hoe in her motherfucking face. I ain't one of them niggas that be sitting on the internet casting threats. Bitch, y'all call St. Louis County. You feel me? Y'all motherfuckers call St. Louis County on me. I'm about all that shit. Alright? And what's the other bitch ass nigga in Atlanta? We already pulled up on that nigga. He was Swiss cheese. You feel me? That nigga got low. Alright? But these motherfuckers gonna quit playing all these motherfucking games. Now, I find it real odd how hoes they sit up and they love to say, I told you. I told you. Bitch, what, on your funky ass Patreon? Bitch, you mad because that little motherfucking rat infested cake shit can't get off the ground, you greasy ass bitch? You feel me? Come on, man. Listen, man, let me tell you about something that I know about hoes, man. The money is real good in between 14 to 26. After 26, bitch, you gotta retire from hoeing. Okay? The only niggas that's buying some of that funky ass blew out twat after a hoe turn 26 is a nigga that's been wanting to fuck you for a long time. And he happy just to get you. And he gonna fuck you for a couple times, then he gonna be through with it. Cause the fascination of what it's like is gone. And that's what that whole out in Tennessee suffering from, man. Hey, don't nobody want to buy that little blew out trout that this shit no, man. You feel me? So now, motherfuckers, niggas are buying them little rat-infested cakes, cookies, and pies and shit. But ain't nobody buying that shit long term, man. Don't nobody want that shit, man. These motherfuckers, man, you seeing 3 motherfuckers who are struggling to formulate a business plan. Then this whole motherfucker go get out here on YouTube, name herself Goddess Sharon. Bitch, God is how? God is how? You feel me? This bitch is constantly sitting up in here talking about call the FBI to report Robert. Bitch, she still ain't addressed the key point of what the fuck I said. Bitch, how were you sitting there as a grown ass woman? To your own admission, you knew Sparkle was fucking with this nigga. Then she bought the motherfucking niece over there to fuck with the nigga too. And you sitting there as an adult, you watching this shit, bitch, you been sitting on these stories for 20 plus years, and you don't see nothing wrong with that. That bitch is useless. She crazy. That's why when she get out here and make all these videos, contact the FBI, the IRS, the CIA, the DOJ, the DLY, the DHS. Those videos don't never go anywhere. Okay, the videos don't never go anywhere because, listen, I've had those jobs. You feel me? My shit, I've been security cleared since I was 19 years old. So I know the job of the intake analyst. Let's talk about it for a minute. Okay. When you come over here, somebody telling you, report this, that, and the third on R. Kelly. All right. So we're going to report this, that, and the third on R. Kelly. Okay. We're going to go and report these things. Then what are you going to say when the intake analyst say, so you were there in the late 90s when these hoes came in and did all of this shit to R. Kelly? Did you call the police? You feel me? These folks asking pertinent questions. Like, did you call the fucking police? Did you? So you saw motherfuckers, you saw little girls over here. You saw this grown ass woman bringing her motherfucking niece over here, bitch, and you ain't find nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Then this bitch promotes herself. I'm a nutritionist, a health strategist, all of this shit. Like, bitch, okay, if you're a nutritionist, you're a health strategist, where did you go to school at, Sharon Winbush? Where did you go to school? Man, we did 100-layer FBI inspection on this bitch today. We could not find one associate's degree, one bachelor's degree, one master's degree in nutrition or anything. Okay, the best that we found was this hoe had a LLC called Nutrition and Wellness, based out of Chicago on West Madison Street. That's the best that we could find on this bitch. Okay, where's the docs? Where's the supporting documentation? Okay, if you are for real health strategist, where's the documentation at? Like what your call said, like Tasha K said, bitch, you was a cook. You was a cook. Okay, you was a cook. At best, you were a cook. Okay, all right. So you got the three stooges running together. You got a bitch that's selling rat-infested cakes. She's a baker. You got a nigga that's out here dodging child support like this nigga dodging child support like he Neo in the Matrix and shit. Okay, and then you got a bitch this bitch had the longest sinus infection ever. But hey, We got the address. Don't worry. Hey, Sharon Winbush, when you get that package of Claritin, that's from me. That's from me. All right? Matter of fact, we're going to take up a collection plate at church on Sunday to get that deviated septum fixed. All right? We know you done blew a motherfucking hole in your, the tissue in your nose from all that coke abuse that you done did. All right? We know that you done blew a hole in your nose from all that cocaine abuse. But don't worry. God loves everybody. And he blesses everybody too. Okay? All right? Jesus is still with you. Okay? All right. Now, getting back to the first order of business. Okay. See, when you start getting hot on their trail, they start striking shit. Okay? They start striking shit once you get hot on their trail. Now, each one of these people pick smoke with me. All right? I ain't pick no smoke with nobody. All right? I ain't pick no smoke with nobody. But we do smoke all day anyway. All right? So, tell me how you have a nigga that's a security guard. A nigga that's a security guard. He ain't paid not one bill ever. Okay? This nigga said he worked for GBI. Who struck? It is one of the three stooges. All right? I can't tell you whether or not it was Prima Ho, Sharon Winbush, or Daintes. Okay. But fuck it. We're gonna talk about all three of the little three stooges. Okay? You know, Daintes, aka Can't Get Right. This nigga had 12 years. Now, again, I'm gonna beat this dead horse over and over again, nigga. How in the hell? Cause I know some of y'all gotta keep PG-13. Y'all got kids around. How in the hell is a nigga a sovereign citizen until the police say, well, we gonna arrest your ass for not paying child support? All right? This nigga, listen, this nigga is dodging child support like the repo man. If I'm lying, I'm flying. My feet ain't off the motherfucking ground. He's dodging child, nigga. This dude is dodging child support. Nigga, this nigga's on the run. Now, y'all remember when Debo was saying he's on the run from informants. This nigga's on the run from manhood. Okay, now, you feel me? This bitch, cokehead Winbush, she came out here talking about some, oh, your hairline start at the 50-yard line and all of this. Of which I would typically respond. But this crazy bitch is the bitch that we've never seen before. Okay? We've never seen her before. We don't even listen. You could be talking to Sharon Winbush. Sharon Winbush could work at your job. You will never know. You will never know. Okay? Just like we ain't see what's his name? We didn't see Levi. Every 5 seconds. Okay, that's a sign of cocaine abuse. Somebody like, how do you live out in California and you have all these sinus problems? What is it out there if it's not drug abuse, can somebody explain to me what would cause your sinuses to be fucked up out in California like that? Okay, Miss Fat, you in the chat. Okay, you a nurse. What would cause your sinuses to be that messed up, and you live out there in California? Like okay, I live out in Arizona. You have a lot of Hey man, shut the fuck up, man. Hey. What would cause your sinuses to be that fucked up in California? Like, what is it out there that aggravates your sinuses like that? Okay. What would aggravate your sinuses to the point where you sound like that? What? Like, I'm being serious now. What aggravates your sinuses to the point where you sound like, hold on, let me start talking like Sharon Winbush. Hold on. Okay. Let's see here. This is the secret to talking like Sharon Winbush. You gotta point the phone at some irrelevant shit. Okay. So listen. If you are within the sound of my voice, call the DOJ, the IRS, the FBI, call Gangbusters, Ghostbusters, Channel 5, Channel 6, Channel 7, and Channel 8, and tell them about the injustice being done to Robert. I am the only one authorized to ever speak to him. No, I have not done anything for him of meaning other than contacted a bunch of people and lied about my job. I am urging everyone within the sound of my voice to go and contact your local law enforcement agency. Tell them that a criminal is on the loose. Now, here's the thing. All right. Now I understand in a black community that the black community is basically a mind your own business community. But as much as she be encouraging folks to start tattletelling and snitching and shit, you would think she would have told somebody about all the shit she done with. You would think. Okay? But no. And we should have known something. Okay? Because when all this shit first happened, it was so shocking and so damning. Okay? That folks just clung on to whoever had a story, okay, that can somewhat balance it, okay? People were in shock and disbelief as to what they were hearing. And understandably so, because the type of shit that they were saying happened, it's no way one man could have did all of that type of damage by himself. Okay? It's no way one man could have did. But then, as you start looking at it, then you start figuring out like, oh yeah, this shit could have been done. Man, she say he's trying to turn Robert's fans against him. Man, listen, I don't fucking know R. Kelly. Okay? But a lot of the people that watch my show, I know y'all individually. I may not know y'all kids' names, but I know that y'all have children. I know that. Now, I don't give a fuck what's being said. Okay? A lot of y'all are Christians, I'm not. But in the Bible, it say you should not worship idols. In the Bible, it say don't worship idols. So tell me how the hell, let me turn my light on because I'm black as fuck. How the hell do we get to worshiping idols? I'm not going to worship no one man because y'all motherfuckers telling me I should be over here worshiping one fucking man? For what? For what? I stand on what the fuck I said in the first place. He should not have put himself in that situation, dude. How the fuck do you lose you lose your chips, your livelihood, okay? You lose all your chips over not sending some bitches home. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He ain't my savior. Give a fuck how nobody feel about that. R. Kelly is not my motherfucking savior. He's a man. He's with fault. And if y'all telling the truth, then shit, you gonna look at the situation for what it is. But folks over here, these same folks, they like, okay, well, you know, go, hey, do this, do that, whatever else. All right. These same people, the ones who got so much to say, they got so much animus and so much vitriol and so many suggestions. To me, it's like there you go. A lot of folks, I know that a lot of people feel that same way. Like, come on, bro. How the fuck are you supposed to stand by idly and folks just listening to a man sitting up in here talking about some, well, give me, hey, I know y'all supporting me and the money that y'all gave me for me got taken for these bitches. But listen, now I want y'all to support my girlfriend sticking around. Now, the people that spent their money to go to these rallies, protests, march, court dates, all of this. This woman been living off of you for all of this time where folks been out here donating money, because I'm not here to talk shit about people who donated money to the Dollar for the Scheme and all of that, because regardless of how these people took y'all money and scammed and schemed it or what have you, when y'all donated, y'all heart was in the right place. Y'all, you know what I'm saying, you can't account for the fake ass cousin and the fake ass mentee going and being scammers. You can't account for that. But what you can account for is you can account for what your intentions was, where your heart was at, and what you did. But at the same time, all these people talking about some, oh, you gonna turn all this, they trying to turn the support against him. What money has Sharon put up? What money has Dana put up? What money has Prima Ho put up? You know what I'm saying? And we talking about with receipts. You know Dane Tails ain't put shit up. He can't even take care of his children. Okay? He can't take care of his kids. All right, so you know he ain't put shit up. All right, now you got a crazy ass old bat telling you to go protest in front of the White House. Okay, what case is in DC? What case was in DC? Why would you go protest in front of the White House? So we gonna go. Let's really get this shit coordinated. First off, everybody's gonna go to DC, and then they gonna protest. Now you know Secret Service ain't gonna allow that shit in front of the White House. By the way, that's why. Listen, if you gotta give this shit a rating, all right, that first protest we did in Chicago, that shit would have went gold. Okay, the protest Sharon Winbush threw in DC, that shit went double cardboard. All right, nobody followed these dumbass plans. Okay, all right, and the folks who follow them are dumbass, ineffective people. They're like ineffective solutions. Okay, they like ineffective solutions. Okay, so everything she's talking about is go report this to the FBI, go report this to the CIA. First off, number one, we let these dumbass people be the spokesperson and the voice for this movement all this time. And you see where their advice gets you, okay? You see where their advice gets you, all right? Now, people may not have liked my delivery. They may not have liked what I said. But the fact of the matter is, the man got found guilty. He got convicted, okay? He got convicted. And there was child pornography. Jennifer Bonjean, Jennifer Bonjean called in an expert. All of that shit about where the mole on the back kept moving, man, that shit did not work. It was a videotape. It was a videotape. Folks get mad at Trent for pointing out the obvious. Okay? But how y'all gonna be mad at me and still praising the motherfucking lawyer who said all of this shit? Jennifer Bonjean said, hey, he had a troubled childhood. That's what caused this. Folks don't want to address the real shit. If Sharon Winbush is who she says that she is, why she don't talk about the fact that Carrie's daddy was the one who molested Rob? Let's talk about that shit. Allegedly, right? Because you got to throw allegedly out there. Okay. Why don't she talk, since she knows so much and she the one who's authorized to really speak? Okay, Carrie's daddy is the one who molested. And then the mama, okay, the mama knew about it. The man paid the mama like 5 G's or something like that. Man paid the mama, a couple stacks and let the shit go on. Okay, so when they talking about how stanky the man was, and you got Larry and them talking about how he didn't take showers and all of that shit, it was because his thinking was, well, hey, if I'm stinking and shit and I don't take showers, I don't take baths, ain't nobody gonna want to have sex with me. Then when you go and read the Stephanie Lugo testimony, and she talking about, well, yeah, I had to suck his dick, but you know, it was so nasty, he was so stinky, and I just swallowed my pride and gave him head. Talk about like why ain't these so-called folks who know everything, why ain't they telling y'all the real? Why don't these people tell y'all the real? Okay, all of these supposed to be day ones. I'm the one authorized to speak. I'm the only one who really know the truth. Why the fuck they don't tell y'all about that shit? Okay? These public stories, y'all done heard about the man's mama. All of that shit is propagated and made up. Okay? All of these people who supposedly know the truth and all that, why ain't they telling y'all the real truth? Why ain't these people telling y'all the truth? The real truth. These people telling y'all what y'all want to hear. Okay? Because, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. I'm an atheist. All right? Grew up in the church. My grandfather was a pastor. Okay? If you look up, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go look up St. James Church in West St. Louis City. Go look up St. James Church in West St. Louis City. All right. My grandfather, George Anderson Brown, out of Forster City, Arkansas, built that church with his bare hands. Okay. My father, Elder Ray Brown, was a pastor. My uncle, Rodney Brown, was a pastor. I grew up in motherfucking church. I ain't with all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I did it. It wasn't for me. But all of these people who's supposed to be these godly people, they got all of this anointing and devotion and shit up in them. All right, why ain't y'all telling the truth, man? Because the way that the church works is that pastor. Oh no. Nah, Miss Fat, I can't roll with you on that one. Because out of all of the men in my family, I'm the tame one. Okay, I'm not the heathen. Trent a motherfucker, but Trent, no, I don't believe. No, I don't. Listen, Joy Ross. I don't believe in God. Listen, if you read the Bible say he manifested his image in you. All right, so what am I paying the pastor for? If the image was manifested within me, if it was all on me, okay, why am I paying this other nigga? Why am I paying this other man? Okay? The pastors hustle you. Okay? I'm 3 generations deep. 3 generations deep in this shit, man. This ain't for fake. This shit is for real. Okay? Like, listen. These folks be scamming. All right? These folks are scamming. Okay? And what happens is, for the people that's in the church, man, they don't like that shit. Okay? Because if you come in and you start telling people the real truth, then it requires accountability. Folks have to start changing. They have to start getting right with the Lord. They got to start. When you tell folks the truth, now once people know the truth, see, the truth is a responsibility. So people rather sell you the lie because the truth is comfortable, but a lie requires change. Okay? The truth requires change. you can do whatever you want to with the lie. Okay, your pastor, you know, they'll get up there, they'll get you to the your pastor, they'll get you up there. They'll get you up there because really the only time that a pastor start telling niggas the truth is when them donations and shit don't be right. Okay? Don't that remind you of somebody? Levi. Oh, damn, I said his name. Okay? When them donations and stuff ain't coming in right, then the pastor start telling you the truth. But any other time, they gonna lead your ass to that lie. So these folks, they sit up in here, they tell you, oh, I'm absolutely 100% sure my cousin will be out by the end of the year. Well, how do you know, Levi? Because I'm on the inside, I'm connected, and other people don't have the type of connections that I have. Huh? And the folks who want to hear, the folks who don't want, the folks who don't want to digest the truth at that time, they gonna roll with what Levi is saying. Why? Because that truth, it's hard to stomach. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near impalatable. But when you really start digesting the truth, that's the precursor for change. Some of y'all don't hear me. When you really start manifesting and digesting that truth, that's the precursor for the change. And a lot of folks be wrestling with that change. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying? They don't really want to deal with that change. That's why, you know, when you start seeing on YouTube, man, as the times began to change, then the people who were the original bloggers start beefing with the secondary people and stuff like that. Because, listen, it was time for the change. Folks like they spot, they didn't want to deal with the change. Okay? But Michael Jordan and all his greatest, if he played today, he would suck. Y'all don't understand. Michael Jordan and all his greatest, if he was in the NBA today, he would be a trash bum player. Because his time has passed. Okay? And it was a time where people needed to hear all of these heartwarming stories and all of that about Rob, but then that time passed. It came down to being time for business. And when it became time for business, then that's when all of the shit hit the fan once it became time for business. You feel me? Because anybody can do anything. Anybody can do anything and they can say anything. They can say anything when you just talking. But when it comes time for manifesting action and creating deliverables, see, creating deliverables require you to get up off your ass. Okay? It requires you to crack open a book or two. But, you know, a lot of these folks stay stuck in the same emotional space. They trying to grab and pull and tug at your emotions because black folks, we are emotional people. You feel me? I've never desired to be a white man in none of my days. You feel me? Outside of that part where they don't have to deal with certain struggles we deal with, I've never desired to be a white man in any of my days. Okay? In any of my days, I've never desired to be white. Okay? But one thing that, you know, I admire about the white race is white folks, they don't allow, they would, if R. Kelly was Steve Tyler, if he was Elvis, if he was any of these people, he would not have been in jail because white folks don't sit back and just leave things to chance. White folks organize. Okay, they organize, they create committees, they have meetings. Okay, they have a call to action and a call to arms. You feel me? A call to action, a call to arms. They not just gonna sit on the internet for 4 and 5 years talking about it's Damon Pryor on that tape. Okay. Did y'all hear a Damon Pryor name come up ever during the trial? Can y'all show me anywhere on any official manuscript where Damon Pryor's name is in any of that documentation? Like, these folks sit up in here, they talk this Damon Pryor shit. Damon Pryor wasn't a part of the 2008 trial, and he wasn't a part of the motherfucking 2021, 2022, 2023 trial neither. Okay? So, is it that people on the, you know, you telling me that people on YouTube are better investigators than the people who do it for a living? I highly doubt that. Damon Pryor, according to the chick that sell pussy out in Tennessee, was supposed to be the one who was actually on the sex tape with the girl Rashona and her friend Pauline. I think the friend's name was Pauline. Okay, Damon Pryor is supposed to be the person who's actually on the tape. Okay, that's supposed to be who's actually on the tape. Now, these people, they just set up in here, they ran with this same shit for 4 years, okay? They done ran with this shit for 4 years. Now, where did this shit start? Okay, the only mention that y'all gonna find of a Damon Pryor in any conversation, any media, or anything else is Damon Pryor was mentioned in an LA Times article. I want to say back in 2009. Okay, he was mentioned in an LA Times article back in 2009. That was the first time we ever heard of a Damon Pryor. Okay. Now, this Damon Pryor person, if you can read the Damon Pryor person, I'm going to switch over to the computer, by the way. Hold on. Okay. So, this Damon Pryor person, if you can read Damon Pryor was Damon Pryor was Damon Pryor, he came on the last day of testimony of the 2008 trial. And when he came on the last day of testimony, he got there and never testified. So and it clearly says this in the LA Times article, point after point after point after point after point. All right. So when I come along, right, because a bunch of people cast aspersions, all right, I was the first one who came on this sector of YouTube that was actually reading these cases and actually going through them. Okay. Folks started reading through motions and shit like that after I did it, but I was the first one who was actually going through the testimony. And I was the first one actually going through the testimony and really breaking the case down. You know, so the rest of these folks, man, they just pulling shit out of thin air. Okay, because I listen to the videos and stuff too before I start doing my own research. And then when you go and actually start doing the research independently, you trying to match it up to what you was hearing on YouTube. You like, this shit don't, you know, this shit don't add up. It don't add up. And you have a dope fiend, a nigga that don't take care of his kid. Well, you got two dope fiends mixed in with everything wrong with black men who are working hand in hand, the day one bloggers. And look at how many folks they done ran up off the internet. Okay, then when that second wave came in, me, DJ, you know, Tyson, niggas ain't gonna be ran up off of shit. All right, you know, me, DJ, Debo, motherfuckers ain't gonna be ran up off of shit. That's why they hate niggas. That's why they hate motherfuckers, man. Because folks ain't going nowhere. They gonna say what the fuck they gonna say, stand on what the fuck they gonna stand on, and you ain't gonna do shit about it. Period. So you got all of these people, man, who sit up in here try to change your mind. Oh, contact the Federal Bureau of Investigation. These folks are terrorists. They are impersonators. They this, that, and the third. Okay. Then you got this person say, well, I went in, I found the attorneys, I did this. Listen, okay. If Sharon Winbush is who she say she is, then all of these fuck ups are on her, right? Because she, by her own admission, got on this radio show and said, I'm the only one authorized to speak on this officially. Now, they didn't jump past Lily. They didn't jump past Lisa and Cassandra. They didn't jump past Drea. They didn't jump past Lil Robert, Jai, and Buku Abi Joanne. They didn't jump past them. They didn't jump past Keith too. Jump past Julius Darrington. He didn't got all the way to where Sharon Winbush is the one authorized to make the decisions. Hell, I'm gonna give y'all a name that y'all only heard from me a couple times before. Y'all done jump past Janet. Some of y'all out there in the chat, y'all don't know who Janet is. Y'all done jump past Janet. Okay? Then homeboy got an axe to grind. Okay? Homeboy got an axe to grind with Don Russell because Don Russell kicked his ass up out the group. He couldn't be a part of the in crowd. So now he got a bone to pick with Don Russell, because Don Russell said, man, Rob don't fucking know this nigga, man, and get your bitch ass on, man. Stop hanging around trying to take pictures, make it the fuck up out of here. So now Don Russell is sitting in jail because of Dana J. Okay? Because that's the only person who was calling Don out. He's sitting in jail because of Dana J. Now, a nigga who is out here for your mentor, who threw him and his mama up under the bus for your supposed to be mentor. You the biggest advocate of getting this nigga thrown in jail. But still, you ain't never thought about, check this out. You ain't never thought about niggas who don't pay child support should be in jail. Mister, I wasn't trying to hide I wasn't trying to hide my kids from the world. I was trying to hide the world from my kids. This shadow parenting. These niggas are pathetic, man. These niggas are pathetic. Pathetic. Out here at the local Section 8 grocery stores, out here selling bean pies and all types of shit. See, the thing about me is, man, I've never been a type to throw a rock and hide my hands. Nigga, I stood on everything I ever said. From when it's been 300 people in the chat to when it's been 3 people in the chat. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to stand on whatever it is that I say. Because whatever I say, I either know it to be right or believe truly and spiritually that it's right. What's going on, Prayer Changes? I know that it's right. But folks love to promote false narratives with y'all. Okay? So all of these people, what have they done? Okay? The folks who've been over here talking to these folks with Cosign and Doug Anton, they co-signing Nicole. They co-signing some bad, treacherous moves. Okay. Then these people who've been sitting, this group is the ones that got a 30-year conviction. All right. Now, when Sean went into the MCC, talked to Rob, he said, man, give it to me straight, man, what I'm facing. Allegedly, right? Give it to me straight. What you think about? So all of these people who sit up in here talking about some, oh, he talked shit about him because I told the truth. Because I told the truth. In that case, Steve Greenberg was talking shit about him. Bonjean was talking shit about him. Anybody that does not fit into this narrative of this little bitch who hustle pussy out of Tennessee then told y'all, all of a sudden they lying. They lying. And what you find out, listen, because I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a mathematician, but I think that majority rules 95% of the time. If you got 110 people over here that say one thing, and then you got 12 people over here that say no, I'm gonna go with 110 people, okay, and not the 12. That's all that I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying, y'all. But to wrap this thing on up, now, crooks of a feather, they flock together. Crooks of a feather, they flock together. Okay? So, again, Sharon Winbush got some questions, man. She got some questions. And before I address that peasant again, I got a question, okay? What is that retail theft charge about? Because that happened during the time frame that you were supposed to be at R. Kelly's house. Did you steal shit from Rob too? Did you steal a Rolex like Lisa Van Allen? Somebody let us know. Somebody let us know. If you work for Kanye and Common and all these other folks in Chicago, why did you get kicked to the curb? Somebody let us know. Somebody let us know. I mean, ain't no business like repeat business. Why is it that somebody ain't heard? Why is it that you know everything and somebody ain't heard from you in 25 years? Sharon Winbush, Kip, Dana J, all these motherfucking niggas ain't been around for 25 years. Okay. And when they come back with murderous intentions. Kip come back and bring Aaliyah into the case. Oh man, what happened to Aaliyah? It was so wrong. Rob was my mentor. Then he bring Jasmine up there, rape Jasmine, blame the shit on Rob. Sharon Winbush. Oh yeah, Sparkle and Rashana was over there. And hey, you feel me? Then she snapping, she getting real feisty with the white girls. Okay. The white girls who we can prove is there. The white girls that we can prove is there. She snapping on them. Okay. All right. Now, everything, she was cool with Diane Russell till Diane Russell told her, well, listen, you out in LA, I'm out in LA. You know, why don't we just link up? Then she went 0 dark 30 and started talking shit about Diane Russell. What are you trying to hide, you wicked ass witch? Okay. What are you trying to hide, you wicked ass witch? They sent me the files on you. Okay. They sent me the files on you. All right. And what I want to know, let me find them. Mr. Crawford. Okay. What I want to know, Mr. Crawford, because you watch my video, you email me, is these photos that you sent me, boss, they still all old. Okay. These are still all old ass pictures. Okay. It still ain't nothing recent. So what is it that this old bitch is trying to hide, man? Okay. And so listen, when y'all look at this wicked ass baboon named Daintes, okay, this wicked ass baboon that goes by the name of Daintes, we must ask ourselves the question: when are you not going to be indigent? Okay. Everybody who's listening to me that's within 100 miles of of Atlanta, Georgia, I need y'all help with a little project. Go to Daintez's door, okay, and tape a job application to this nigga's door. All right, tape a job application to this nigga's door. All right. Because if that nigga see a job application, I guarantee you, he walk outside, see a job application on the door. That nigga probably gonna start burning up like vampires in the daylight, nigga. I know this nigga is allergic to a job. Get this nigga a job. We are tired of losing and wasting our tax dollars. Okay? We tired of that shit. All right? Dumbass niggas like him in Georgia is the reason why Herschel Walker thought he had a shot to win. I will repeat. Dumbass niggas like Daintez is the reason Herschel Walker ran and thought he had a chance to win. Because that is his constituency. But before I get on up out of here, let me go ahead and take you niggas to the bridge. All right, y'all. Let me see. How we gonna take them to the bridge today?
E